Hi, welcome to my podcast, Becoming a Cut Flower Grower. I'm your host, Lydia, and I'm here to share my year of growing and selling cut flowers. I'll be giving you the lowdown on everything I'm doing and sharing all the highs and lows, the good times and the inevitable disasters, all in real time. Join me on my cut flower journey, starting right now. Hello and welcome to the latest episode. It is Tuesday, the 23rd of December, 2025. So the great news is that the winter solstice has been, and the nights are slowly, minusculely, it has to be said, it's 2 minutes a day or something. The nights are nevertheless starting to draw out, and only 2 more days until Christmas, or 1 actually, because it's quite late when I'm recording this. Now, the most exciting news is that I have a mole on the field. So hopefully this means I have lots of lovely earthworms. The soil that is being pushed up is absolutely gorgeous, and I'm going to be collecting it all up and laying it on top of the new beds. It's really, really very beautiful. Now, I didn't know an awful lot about moles and when they were particularly active, but apparently they can be very active after long periods of rain, which we've definitely had, and also at this time of year. And apparently you only get 1 mole per couple of acres. So it could be a new mole that's moved in, but it could be an existing mole that is also just pushing out the boundaries of his territory. Either way, I'm actually, well, I was a little bit concerned at first. No, at first I was hugely delighted because I just saw these little mounds of soil and I thought, this is amazing. And then I thought, I wonder what happens if he pushes up underneath all of the plants and the tiny, tiny little perennials that have gone in, which are so tiny you can't see them. And I've had to put labels into the ground so you can see them. So it's going to be a bit of a bummer if he comes up under all of those. But I just wish you got to see moles more because I think they're absolutely beautiful. I've only ever seen one that had passed away, and it was just an adorable little thing. And also on the plot, I have got Scabious still flowering, and lots of things that have finished flowering for this year. I've already lifted them and composted them, and then got the bed prep sorted for next year. But I haven't dealt with the Scabious yet. I kind of felt bad because they've been flowering for months now. I mean, all since the summer. And I just thought, well, I'll just leave them and see what they do. And bless them, a couple of them are flowering away, which made me smile when I saw them this afternoon. If I sound a little bit melancholy tonight, it's because a friend of mine passed away on Saturday night. And it was sort of expected, but not expected that it would happen as quickly as it did. And I had not taken the time to go and see her. I had arranged to go in January. And so you can imagine how I feel now, knowing that I should have just got in the car and gone. And of course, time is the one thing that we never get back, the one thing that we can't ever have more of, and not enough money in the world will buy more time. So yeah, just one of those things, and pretty devastating news. Anyway, I don't want to make you sad. It just explains if I sound a little bit meh this evening. I have discovered a new podcast. I'm always scouting around for new cut flower podcasts, and I found a really fantastic one called Bloom Mates. I will put the name of it in the show notes. And it's an Australian one with 2 Australian girls, and I just love it so far. I've only done a couple of episodes, and I'm going to start from the beginning and do all of it. But I just, they sound absolutely great, and I've really enjoyed that so far. So if you are in Australia, then you probably already know about it actually, but I thought I'd share that with you. So I have been somewhat steamrollered by the Christmas juggernaut, and I've actually had pod block all day about what to actually say to you this evening, because I feel like I've accomplished so little on the field, despite that extensive to-do list that I told you about on Friday. And I'm not even going to tell you how little I've done of it, I'm ashamed to say. And I thought, I don't even know what to say this evening. And it's the first time that I've sort of had that feeling. And I guess it's, I don't know, the whole Christmas thing. And my brain has just switched on to Christmas stuff. I mean, I've got my tree done. I've actually got a potted one this year, which I've told you about in the past, and it has come inside, and it looks absolutely lovely. I mean, it's had a tough summer because we had 4 heat waves and a drought, so it's not looking tip top condition, and nowhere near as nice as the big, fluffy, expensive things that you see in the shops. But I love it because it's alive and it's completely natural, and it just looks really, I think it looks really cute. The very most top of it is bent, which I have not yet been able to straighten out, but you know what, it's quirky, and we're not after perfection, so I'm happy with that. I've also got the Christmas food shop done. I don't know if you've done all yours. You probably have by now. That the supermarkets have dropped the prices to 5 pence a bag for their vegetables. It's quite extraordinary. The pricing is crazy, actually. And I've wrapped all the presents. I've done the table centerpiece and a huge dried flower display, which I'm secretly quite proud of. And the only problem is now is that I've got a house full of Christmas treats, and I've already done the quality street. So that is just terrible. I mean, I feel a bit sick about that. And it's just temptation everywhere I look. Every time you open the fridge, there's all these things. There's things on the work surfaces, in the cupboards. And it's really hard to just sit down and have a normal meal and not find yourself eating quality street in the middle of the day, which is what I've been up to. Now, tonight's topic, I wanted to talk to you about routines, because they all go to the wall at this time of year. And me personally, I find enormous comfort in having my days mapped out, not flitting around, not being quite chaotic like they are at the moment. And I do tend to lose my center at this time of year. I mean, Christmas seems to go on a lot longer than Easter. So I find that there's this sort of longer period of time in which I can lose focus. And it's quite difficult this time of year. I don't like the short days. I don't like the lack of light. I don't like the lack of routine. And I don't watch much television, but I hate the fact that the schedules change wildly, so that whatever I do want to watch on the odd moment I want to watch it is no longer there. And I hate that I'm eating quality street in the middle of the day. And do you know what? I think I just don't like having time off, actually. I always think I'm going to look forward to it, and it'll be relaxing and restful, and I can recharge my batteries, then get on with the things that I want to get on with. And the reality is that almost as soon as I have that time off, I want to just go back to being busy and to working again. So if you're feeling anything like this at all, then I am hearing you, and it will all be over in the blink of an eye. Not that I want to wish Christmas away, but if this is not your favorite time of year, and there is far too much going on, so here's what I'm going to be doing to get through the next few days. I'm blocking off half a day tomorrow on the field. No matter what happens, I'm going to be down there in the morning, and I'll be there till lunchtime, and I'm going to work my way steadily through my to-do list and thoroughly enjoy myself. I'm going to make a note of how long it takes me to do each job for each crop, and I'll be writing it down on my printed crop timesheets. These are timesheets that I actually got from doing Jenny Marks's 6-figure flower farming course recently. We got a whole load of goodies actually, but one of the goodies we got were these crop timesheets where you make a note of everything that you do in terms of the crop. And I mean, it's a genius idea, and I'm very grateful that she'd already done these templates that she's given us. Saves me having to work out all the things I would need to think about. So I should be doing that. I'm going to put on my new podcast, the Bloom Mates one that I've been talking about, and start from the very beginning and listen to as much as that as I can. I'm going to enjoy having the hens getting under my feet. I'll probably enjoy that for half an hour, and then I'll end up turfing them out of the field because they're so destructive. And normally as soon as my back's turned, they just dig through stuff that I've just planted. And I need to remember to do this actually. I need to cut some kale to go with the Christmas lunch. So if you are anything like me, see if you can get out on your field, get your hands dirty, and take some time for you. And whether you love Christmas or not, I think I'm going to try very hard to enjoy the time and keep dreaming of the summer season to come, because it feels like it's going to be here incredibly quickly. And please come back and join me for the next episode. So yes, tonight's episode is half the length of my normal episodes, and I hope you will forgive me for that. But I want to wish you all the very best for a lovely Christmas Day and Boxing Day, wherever you are and whatever you're doing. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas, and I very much hope you'll come back and join me for the next episode on Friday, which should be me in a much happier mood and lots of things to tell you, and we will be the other side of the Christmas madness. So that's it from me this evening. Take care, all the very best, and a very happy Christmas to you.